Please welcome Carlos Jimenez to the blue corner.
No, you ain't gonna let me go down like this. I'm hitting these clubs down.
So if you, again, we're here to watch Evian Rodriguez, Jackson Glass, or Annabelle Kelly take on Sandy Jerez. Those two fights are now on our main broadcast coming up at 4:30. So that leaves us with Kendon Kaiser taking on CJ, Carlos Jimenez, who you see on your screen right now. And for Carlos Jimenez, the 4-ounce fighter, making his way to the Fury FC cage for the 11th time. How about that?
This man's fighting style is chaos incarnate. He can grapple and wrestle really well, but he just prefers to stand and bang. And he'll do it. I mean, we'll see in just a second, but this guy's an always fun fighter to watch.
Carlos Jimenez trying to snap a losing streak currently. Trying to get his first win since May of 2023 and has been close, has fought some dogs. He's one of those guys that just doesn't say no. He's such a fun fighter to watch.
Yeah, and he's got a win against Cameron Smotherman, who's in the UFC now. But Carlos Jimenez is, like you said, Alex, one of those guys that can grapple, can wrestle, but just loves to stand and bang, which seems to be a staple of you Houston fighters. You guys just love to get in there and bang it out, even if you know you can submit them.
I take that as a compliment.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mike.
That's awesome, man.
I love it. That's our saying here, swinging and banging.
That's right.
The knockout king, Derek Lewis, he made it official. He made it a mandatory style for the city, of which we're all happy to oblige.
Yep. CJ is inside. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome Kendon Kayser to the red corner.
Kendon Kayser, third time inside the Fury FC cage, riding a 2-fight losing streak. Started his career 2-0, Michael, and wanted to get to the next level, so came to Fury. In his last 2 fights here at Fury, hasn't gotten a win, and I think he's just kind of understanding, like, things are a little bit different. Things are a little bit harder in Fury, but he is poised for the challenge.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you start 2-0, you draw Deshaun Gray and then Damian Arande right after that, you're going to have a tough go. If you win those fights and you're 4-0, you might be in here fighting for a title for Fury. So, I mean, I don't hold those losses against him. Those are very tough losses for a 2-0 guy. So, Kendon Kaiser, I think, has a bright future. He's 27, so he needs to get busy.
Yeah.
But, comes in, breaks off 3-4 fights this year. Couple next year. By next summer, we may see him on Contender Series at 6-2.
Look at our tail of the tape brought to you by OnlyFans. See the weight there. Height advantage going to CJ. Reach advantage going to CJ, the 38-year-old. 5-5 record, even on the records there. Or 500 on the records for both fighters. They are both inside. Let's get our official introduction.
The following contest, brought to you by Fighters, Inc., is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC Featherweight Division. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. This 4-ounce fighter stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 145.6 pounds. Fighting out of Waller, Texas, he holds a professional record of 5 wins, 5 losses. Here is Carlos, the Mechanic Jimenez. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This Mid-City mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in at 145.8 pounds. Fighting out of New Orleans, Louisiana, his professional record stands at 2 victories, 2 defeats. This is Kendon, the Viking Kayser. Your referee in charge, Professor Joe Solis.
Here we go. CJ blue gloves, Kayser red gloves. Kayser wrestled his whole life, 3-time college All-American. CJ Jimenez, 38-year-old. This man is an absolute grinder. Puts in 10 to 12 hours operating heavy equipment, and then we'll go train another 3 hours at 4 ounce.
And loves every minute of it.
Yeah, he loves this sport. Has been training for nearly 2 decades now. Always steps back in. Oh, look at that big kick there for CJ.
CJ is a crafty grappler also, like Alex mentioned before. Loves to stand and bang, but he's not going to be afraid of these exchanges on the ground.
Now, Kaiser also a wrestler by trade. I mean, I figured he would look for the takedown. This is one of those fights, like even in my guy Jose's fight, he could have stood and banged with Isias, but that was kind of his opponent's only chance of winning, whereas we knew he had the kind of grappling advantage. Why would you not play to your strengths? You say that, and ironically, we were talking about Houston fighters just standing and trading, despite it being better grapplers, but the tactics, they play a factor. Good get up there from CJ. Oh. Good elbow on the break there from Kaiser.
Using that kicking arsenal is CJ the mechanic.
And when CJ crosses that line and gets that close to the cage, he's got to start throwing like that.
He will.
To try to make sure that he doesn't get up against the cage because, oh man.
That was a flush connect to the cup.
Kaiser just.
Oh yeah, when you're in that position, that one connected hard. When you can.
Oof.
Oh man.
Yeah, no doubt about that one.
What's funny is his shin hit his quad, but his foot clipped him right in the cup.
Toes to the cup. It's a good band name. I think they're playing the rodeo tomorrow.
I think it's a thrash metal band.
Toes to the cup.
How much longer is the rodeo here in Houston?
They're going to wrap up here in the next, I think, 4 or 5 days. Or next weekend is the last. I think it's the last one. Speaking of fighting, yesterday I woke up to some news. Man, there was like a big brawl at the Houston Rodeo. Yeah. Let's talk about some current events since we have some time here.
Cool.
Yeah, it was wild. I think they ended up shutting down the rodeo early because it was such a big brawl.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Houston Rodeo always runs back-to-back with the Fort Worth Rodeo.
Yep.
So the Fort Worth Rodeo happens, it's 3 weeks long. I think there's a week rest, and then they start the Houston Rodeo.
Ooh.
And McKinnon with a good left hand.
Oh, man, how about that? Kendon Kaiser. Big knee there.
Oh, he's got an anaconda. Never mind, it's no longer locked. Quick elbow displacement there for CJ as the guys just get ugly and brawl it out.
CJ looking like he's fully recovered now from that big shot he took from Kaiser.
Some good low kicks there from CJ.
That left leg of Kaiser now showing some damage. Red all around the calf area. Oh, big right just missing for Kaiser.
Oh, CJ does his thing. Ow.
Oh, man.
Swanging and banging is CJ the mechanic. Drops Kaiser. Oh, man, what a fight. Still about a minute left in this round.
Oh,
And here
man.
comes Carlos Jimenez.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen Kaiser move backwards in this fight. Jimenez is all over Kaiser now. Got to be careful not to.
Oh! CJ! How is Kaiser still alive in this fight? Elbows to the forehead, non-stop.
Oh, man. Oh.
What a fight. Professor Joe Solis looking on. Punches raining down for the mechanic. 10 seconds left. Oh, wow. How
Man,
did
what a
Kevin Kaiser
fight.
survive this? Wow.
Man, in a round where it looked like Kaiser was starting to take over, got rocked and then got rocked again. Oh,
Jeez.
oh yeah, those eyes were dead there for a second.
Husband Eric Garcia watching with Wayne Leggett.
It's the kind of action everybody likes to see. A back and forth battle here. The experience and the higher level striking of Jimenez is kind of winning this battle, Alex, from the wrestler Kaiser. Hasn't really worked out for him. The wrestling has just not done him well so far.
Professor Joe Solis getting Kaiser back to his corner, making sure everything's good.
I'm not sure what Kaiser was doing. I think
was
he was going over to, I think he thought the round started.
You know, this is not his hometown or native city. Sometimes I get super mixed up in the cage myself, so we'd like to think he's pretty with it.
Let's see if he's a little more cautious here in the third round. Or second round.
For CJ, so much momentum to end round one. You still have to, can't go all out. Oh man. Another connect to the cup. That cup is working overtime for Carlos Jimenez.
Man, it's such a momentum killer when you have to take a break and
That one snuck under the cup.
no matter how bad you might need a break, it just kills momentum.
Yeah.
And you just never know. It's a brand new fight whenever something like this happens, and then, you know, the fight starts over. No matter how long it takes, if it takes 3 minutes, 30 seconds, 5 minutes, whatever, it's usually a different fight after that.
Man, the toes got in beyond the cup there to the no-go zone. CJ taking his allotted time here, as he should. You see that damage on Kendon Kayser's face. Look at that right eye. Just make sure everything's working for CJ. Not expect to see one pump there as a
Oh, we're
recovery.
gonna take a point.
Point. All right, got a programming note here for you. If you were joining us to watch Aaron Phillips taking on Keenan Jackson, that fight is now going to open up the main card.
Oh, here we go. See Kaiser with that windmill flurry there to start the action back up.
Oh, that was a beautiful, beautiful shot and takedown. Look at that. That was smooth.
Even if Kendon wins rounds 2 and 3, it'll be a draw. And
Because of the point,
and then I don't know if we're gonna 10-8 round one. Because I mean,
No,
he got
I
dropped
don't think-
twice.
I don't.
Let's just
so.
hope
I
it
don't
doesn't
know.
go
It
the
did feel
distance
like a
this fight.
10-8 round.
No, it didn't.
No.
No, it sure didn't. You're right.
I mean, we've been calling fights together for almost 5 years, over 1,000 fights. I think we've seen one or
A handful.
Like, it's so rare, but. And we can tell, like, when we see a 10-8 round, we're like, oh, yeah, that was a 10-8 round. All right, so something to watch out for if this does get to the judges' scorecards. By the way, this will be our final fight on this prelims broadcast. Again, Keenan Jackson, Aaron Phillips, now moving over to the main card at 4:30 on UFC Fight Pass, 4:30 Central Standard Time.
And these guys are fighting like they're the last fight on the undercard.
And they're fighting like, hey, you should let us open with fight number 1 on Fury FC 117. Jamal Tatum, Anthony Witt, heavyweight title on the line. A new champ will be crowned for the vacant heavyweight title.
Jimenez in a little better position. He's got that front headlock. Ooh, that rocked Kaiser a little bit. See him moving backwards. That right hand rocked him. Did not like that at all.
And good kicks there from Jimenez as well.
The 4-ounce team has shockingly good Kimuras. We may not see a finish with this one, but thanks to their coach, Daniel Pineda, the Kimura King, their team's good at them, every single one of them. Oh! I mean, now he got his arm straight. I got close.
About 1 minute and 20 seconds left here in the second round, and Kaiser on top now, but kind of looks like he's just killing time here because CJ Jimenez hit him with another right hand. It kind of stopped his momentum, stopped him from moving forward. Immediately jumped in there for the shot.
Just try to survive.
Now
Still a
CJ
minute. I mean, there's still a lot of time left.
Yeah, the Kimura used to be called the bent arm bar. And then a Japanese fighter, last name Kimura, tapped, I think, a Gracie out with it. So they named the submission after him. That's gangster and legendary. And then the Americana, also known as the key lock. There's no like hard history on where it came from, but they said like in the early jiu-jitsu days, there were a lot of catch wrestlers who were American, and they would often win with Americanas. So the Brazilian guys called it the Americana after the American fighters. That's kind of like a legend, but it seemed like it checked out. I always do research on submission names because I find them so fascinating. No one knows why they call the guillotine the guillotine. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So yeah, I think Kinden wins round 2, but since he got the point taken away, it's a 9-9 round.
Yeah, so assuming that Kaiser won that round, you're right, it's a 9-9 round. I think CJ Jimenez won the first round for sure. And so now we're basically, CJ is up 1 round to none, going into the third.
So if Kinden wins, it's a draw.
Yeah.
If CJ wins, he'll win a decision. I mean, we'll see how those guys scored round 1 in terms of it. Maybe, there were 2 knockdowns to none. But Kinden did have his moments with takedowns in round 1. So it wasn't like as one-sided as most 10-8s are. But if you get 2 knockdowns turned in a kickboxing match, that's a 10-7. You know what I mean? Yeah. So any knockdown gives you an immediate 10-8 in kickboxing, which we actually saw on our all-amateur portion kickboxing last time. There was a 30-25 score across 2 judges, and then one 30-26. because there was 2 knockdowns.
And we have Fury Kickboxing coming up in April as well.
Yeah, and all kickboxing amateur fight card. And the Fury Ring, which is going to be a new addition to the company, which is awesome.
I can't wait. I'll be on that call with you, Alex.
Cool.
Friday night kickboxing. April 11th, I believe, is the date for that one, if I remember correctly.
I think that one's the 17th, the kickboxing.
17th.
The 11th is a Pro-Am. They will have some kickboxing on it, but that is going to be our next Fury Pro-Am. I only know because on the 11th, my guy Brain was supposed to fight that guy Tyler Tran, who's probably not fighting now.
Yeah.
So we gotta find him a new opponent. I could be wrong. Make sure you guys go to Fury's official Instagram for all dates.
At Fury Fighting, please follow. But April 12th, we've got a Fury FC card, which will be 118. And then kickboxing on the 17th.
Perfect. Okay, cool. CJ got a good little chin strap with that right arm. Kindon knows a wrestler. They spend so much time in this bottom front headlock position. They're often so just aware. Yeah, he fights the hands, clears his head, lands an uppercut on the break. Flurries off a bit. Ooh.
I think Jimenez's cardio is failing him a little bit here in the 3rd round. Well, just as I say that, he sprawls on his head and starts beating his brains out. So
digs an elbow, yeah. What a grueling fight.
And this has been a fun one, a great way to end this prelims broadcast. So a new champion being crowned in the Fury Amateur Series featherweight division with Jose Cordova. We saw some crazy finishes, some big upsets as well.
Man, they said Jose was only the 2nd amateur fighter to go champ status, but there's a mystery as to who the first fighter is.
Oh, yeah.
They have it in the record books that it has happened before, but they had to. I was told they had to go back and look to see exactly who it was because it was a while back. I think Cameron Graves was the first Garcia Promotions amateur featherweight champ, and it's cool because Jose Cordova is one of his young underlings, and this was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see that belt stay within his lineage. Head and arm choke here from Kaiser. You see the left elbow of CJ is going down. He's not going to allow him to. Well, he wasn't going to allow him to lock that up. Turns in to CJ. He's got a bit of a problem to solve here as he's in full mount. And Kindon, he has to get a finish if he wants to win this fight. Now his corner knows it too, they told him.
So when we head to UFC Fight Pass at 4:30, we now have 8 fights for you coming your way.
Yeah, a little bit of a shuffle. One of the main card fighters was not medically cleared to fight after a pretty arduous weight cut. It's unfortunate because his opponent, Kyle Todrank, he trained his butt off, man. He was ready to fight. He had an easy cut. Hopefully they get him booked soon.
Yeah, I hope he's back on in that April card coming up about a month from now. But man, look at this. Kayser showing it, but CJ, good defense.
You're gonna have to kill CJ to beat him. I mean, he'll go to sleep before he taps. And he'll escape before he gets locked in a sub.
I'd like to see CJ get off the ground and have, one more exchange, because the exchanges between he and Kaiser have been just amazing. And these guys have done a great job mixing it up, but all Kaiser here in the 3rd round.
We go live at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Anthony Wynn taking on Jamal Tatum for the heavyweight title. And things are also going to get loud as Colton Loud takes on Jacobo Marcos.
Oh, look at that.
And here comes CJ, final 30 seconds of this fight.
Trying to feed those hands through around the neck.
You see Kindon's right hand's grabbing the wrist, though. Oh.
Yeah, see, this is a bad position. You can get a short choke or Japanese necktie from here.
Oh, yeah.
If he hooks that leg of Kaiser, that elbow in really, really tight, switches to a Darce.
That's pretty deep. There's not a ton of time.
This is going to be enough.
Oh, wow.
Final
What a
attempt
fin.
here.
Oh, wow.
All right, so
I think we got a draw
I think
on our
it's gonna be a
hands.
draw.
We'll see. I'm honestly kind of curious to see how the judges score all this crazy.
So Kevin
Point
Kayser,
deduction.
got a point deducted
In
because
two,
of the
yeah.
second cup shot.
I like that they're doing that. You get one warning, happens again, a point. I mean, that guy's way more conscious of low blows and eye pokes.
Man, what a fight. We have had some outstanding performances. And we'll see how the judges score this one. A beautiful afternoon here in the city of Houston. Crowd is packing this place, which we love to see. There's going to be a lot of energy. 8 fights coming your way on our main card at 4:30 p.m. Just about 30 minutes away before we go live on UFC Fight Pass. Make sure you get your subscriptions in right now.
I just think Kaiser's finding out that his best case scenario is a draw here.
Yeah.
He's pretty upset over there.
I think he'll get the draw. It's better than a loss, and he got knocked out pretty bad. I think Kaiser, once it settles, will be grateful.
All right, here is Wayne. Take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision, brought to you by Fighters, Inc. With scores of 29-28, 30-27, and 29-28, your winner by unanimous decision, Carlos the Mechanic Jimenez.
All right, draw nonsense aside, CJ wins a unanimous. He was doing the damage.